And we're live. Welcome back to the Writer's Life, a place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, the microphone, and where you get the truth. Subscribe, punch the like button, and tap the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one exciting video. So I did something interesting the past 3 nights. I watched Top Gun for the first time ever. It came out in 86 when I was in college. Yeah, I'm that old. And I never had any, and I love war movies and, all that stuff. Like, I'm World War II history buff and all that sort of stuff. And Sergeant Rock was my favorite comic. I have a lot of family members who served, God bless him. And my grandfather was like a hero in World War II. And I went to military school where I became a captain. But for some reason, I just never had any interest in watching Top Gun, despite hearing like friends of mine say, like, you've never watched Top Gun? Oh my God, some of the greatest fight scenes ever, aerial fight scenes and whatever and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, with the new one coming out, I thought, well, what the heck, I'll check it out. And so I watched like a little bit the first night, and I was kind of like, you got like the motorcycle thing and like the highway to the danger zone, which I can't stand that song, and I was almost going to quit. I was almost going to be like, I can't get through this. So anyway, but I held in there. And the more and more I got into the writing of the movie and the message of the movie, the more things kind of clicked in my brain. And it wasn't until about halfway through the second night. I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen it yet, but there's a death that occurs, and, and someone gets upset. Anyway, as you might imagine, right? It was only halfway through the second night that I'm watching this, and there's a scene that occurs where Tom Cruise is dressed only in his like underwear, and he's like shaving, and Tom Skerritt with his like really thin mustache and he's got hair product on comes in, and he wants to console Tom Cruise. Again, I'm trying to do this without giving anything away. And I just thought, and folks, this is not, even though I'm going to use the gay word, this is not has nothing to do with anyone's sexuality. I could give a shit what people do behind closed doors, so long as they're consenting adults and want to have. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they fly on trapeze with each other. I don't care if you like guys, girls like girls. I don't care. That stuff doesn't bother me. I have a lot of friends, and I could care less. But from a writer's perspective, I could see what like Jerry Bruckheimer was doing there a little bit. Like there were like a lot of scenes in that movie, and I rewatched a bunch of them that sort of suggested like a gay undertone. So again, don't send any nasty messages, because this is not an anti thing at all. It's just, in fact, if anything, go back and watch the movie and let me know what you think. And so I texted a friend of mine about it, and I was like, I think they were trying to do something here, like he's like, no way, like it's the greatest fight scenes. All right, I'm like, okay. I'm just looking at it as a writer from my writer's perspective, and so I Googled it, and it turns out there's like dozens of articles about this, and even Quentin Tarantino did like a 5-minute spiel on this, on what Jerry Bruckheimer was really trying to get at with this movie back in 1986. He called it subversive messaging. And, you can look at a movie, like from face value, or you can look deeper. What was the message that's trying to be conveyed? I do it with my fiction. I don't even know I'm doing it sometimes. It's kind of like when, people read The Old Man in the Sea, and they're like, oh, Santiago dropped the cross, or dropped the cross-shaped mast 3 times because he was exhausted and defeated. So therefore he's Jesus. And like Hemingway would say, like, no, he's just an old man who was exhausted from losing a fish and he kept dropping it, like, so like, but people can't help but read into certain things. So anyway, but Tarantino like nailed it. And anyway, I included the link to Tarantino's take, which oddly enough, he delivers during a filming of a movie that I've never seen. Anyway, so like I started, it was fun watching the rest of Top Gun, not only because there are some really terrific fight scenes, but now with this new messaging in mind, I was like, see, there you go, and whatever. And I hope this sort of made sense. I had to like sort of obtusely deliver this today because of the woke climate we live in. People get upset, but or they'll go after you, or whatever. So I don't want that to happen. But anyway, like I said, this is just a writer's observation, nothing else, any more than I would offer you financial advice. So anyway, check it out. Check out Top Gun again if you've already seen it, or if you haven't seen it yet, give it a watch and let me know what you think. All right, so that's that. And I'll be your tail man anytime. Oh boy. And ciao, ciao.